Good evening and welcome back to the Metro Detroit Poker Series. I'm your host, Terry Prince. With me today, longtime multiple champion, Joe DeFore.
Hello, everybody.
Today we've got the Mike Stulz Memorial Mixed Game Championship. We had 42 players in this one. Top 7 make the money. This is our pot limit Hold'em and PLO game. Switches every blind level. $2,310 in the pot. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button for more of this content, whether you like it or not.
It's my favorite tournament, but I can't seem to win it.
Our seating today in seat number 1, everybody's MSU fan, Dan DiBucci. Seat number 2, Pat Miller. Seat number 3 is Jeremy Freeman. Seat 4, Matt Vigiano. Seat number 5, self-anointed Mr. Wonderful Kevin Higgins. Seat number 6, Joel Asuncion. Seat number 7, our longtime member, Walt Marks. He holds the second place in the number of tournaments attended, besides me. Seat number 8, John Richardson. Seat number 9, the other MSU fan, Mark Urich. And rounding out seat number 10, Jim Burchess. We've got our starting chip stack here. Pat out in the lead with 64,000. Big gap between him and Joel at 38.5. Jeremy way down in the bottom, 7,000 chips.
What? Jeremy's going to still try and come back.
Well, you get,
as always,
you got
chip in a chair.
two choices: come back or go home. So we'll see what happens on this one comes out. Hand number 1, we're playing PLO. This is a high only Omaha pot limit. Matt looks down under the gun with ace 5, 8, 3, 3 diamonds.
Straights and flushes. Not the greatest, but...
No, if this was high-low, that's a different hand.
Yes.
But Kevin looks down at ace, king, 8, 10, couple of spades.
Guaranteed call. No.
Into the muck.
Mr. Wonderful loves ace king.
Walt, pair of 6s, 5, 9, makes the call. Going around to Mark, pair of 7s, jack 5.
He's got a suit in there, too.
Also comes in for a limp. And so does Jim with a pair of queens and a king 9. Round to Pat in a small blind with a pair of 8s with ace 7. Got a lot of pairs here to start out in the first hand of this final table. Our blinds are at 500 and 1,500. 1,500 big blind ante.
Yes, we'll have to see. It's all going to be based on the river, right, actually.
Pat calls for the 1K. Jeremy looks down at 3 deuces and a 4. He's going to check his option, looking for the case deuce.
Yeah, but you know the 8, 7, or 6 is coming with that case deuce.
Yep. Well, Pat has one of Mark's 7s, so that he's looking for the case 7 as well. Oh, there's the case deuce.
And I think we're open-ended.
Jeremy puts in his last chips, 3,000. And
set of queens.
You can see the percentages there. Jim hit a set of queens, and Jeremy's drawing dead. I don't know what Walt's thinking about so much. He does finally fold.
He could hit runner.
Jim raises the pot. Try to isolate. He does. Pat gets out of the way.
Jerry's happy about them deuces.
Until he sees the queens.
There's another set that would have hit.
6 and a 4. Jim's going to take down this pot, and Jeremy goes out on the very first hand. He tried to double up. He hit a good hand, just ran into a better one. Set over set. Somebody goes broke.
Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes it's the way it's going to go.
The blinds have gone up, and with that, our game has changed. So we're now at pot limit Hold'em. Matt looks down at pocket sevens.
So it should be a raise.
Kevin's got his ace 3 offsuit. Also makes the call. Now, sevens just called.
Called.
Walt calls with king or queen jack.
Praying for paint.
Danny's got ace king. Raises it up. 6,000 to go. Gonna thin the field, or is this just a pot builder?
Well, if it was me, it'd be a pot builder because I never went with ace king. But Dan, he was running hot this year.
Matt makes the call. Kevin decides to come over the top, shoves all in. Walt gets out of the way. Danny quickly calls for 1.5 more. So does Matt. Going 3 ways to the flop. Kevin's all in. And drawing pretty thin with ace 3. He's hoping for low cards. Pat comes over and says, "What you got? Show me what you got."
Can't wait those 3 minutes it's going to take tops.
They're counting out just to make sure that the stacks are right, I guess. All right, here we go. We're going to see a flop now. 5, 10, 5. A couple of hearts. Nobody improves on that.
Dan going to chase him out? Nope, checks.
Queen of clubs doesn't help anybody. Gives Dan some outs. They do check it down.
Sevens win.
Sevens are good. Ace 3 is not.
Got the fist pump.
Kevin
Mr. Wonderful, no more.
eliminated in 9th place. Walt looking down at ace king offsuit from under the gun.
Just a call.
Raises it up to 5,000. Yep. Folds all the way around to Pat with pocket threes. Makes the call from the cutoff spot.
Oh, Joel.
He's actually the button, I guess. But Joel wakes up with a pocket rockets.
How much?
He goes pot. Already in
Here
for.
comes the calculators.
Yeah, it was already in for 2. So he adds the 3 to it, and basically it's like a 20,000 chip raise.
Walt's got ace king. You know, there wasn't much thought.
There they go. All the Walt's chips in the middle. Pat, those 3 shriveled right up. As they count out all the chips, Walt's going to find that he's drawing
What a time to wake up with aces.
very slim. Yeah, that's the best time to wake up with aces when everybody else has ace king.
Exactly.
Joel gets a little bit of a rebate. Shows his aces. Walt's like, "I got ace king." He's like, "Oh, crap."
Oh, hey. Taking it like a champ, Walt is.
Needs runners. We got one.
There we go.
And needs a king. It's a
There's
3.
3.
Pat would have made a set.
You know, Pat's kicked up. There he is, kicking himself.
Yep,
But he was feeling
You
it.
could see him. He dealt it. He was. Oh no! He would have. He'd have hit a set on the river.
But you got to give Walt credit. He has been, for being the Walt we all know, he finds a way to make the final table.
Yeah, well, he finished this one on the bubble. goes out in 8th. So now we are at the top 7. These are all of our cashers today. They qualified for the Tournament of Champions, if they hadn't already. This being the 7th event of the season, so many of these players may have already qualified. Pocket 3 showed up again. Mark's got him this time and raises it up pot. Danny looks down at King 10 of Hearts.
With Dan, don't know. Depending if he's running, I haven't seen his prior hands, so he could be running high.
He calls 8,000.
And then argues it.
Mark's trying to say, why are you putting in the lowest denomination chip? Actually, had put too much in. He put in 10K and he only needed 8. So here we go.
Mark's stealing his poison.
7-4 deuce, couple of clubs. Mark's the only one with a club. He's got the 3. 3s are still good. They check it. I don't know. I think I'd have bet the 3s there. And that's why.
That's why, exactly.
Yep.
He throws a bet instantly out there at him.
With the garbage board, the 3s were good. Danny was in the big blind. Well, I mean, Danny could have hit that because he was in the big blind. But the pre-flop raise, most of that garbage is folding.
I mean, Mark's looking at the clubs, knowing that he's in the big blind. He could be sitting there with the straight draw, or possible clubs. But then again, it's Dan, so when aggressive, Mark's thinking about it. It's got to be posture.
Dan will play a wide range of cards, but he's not an over-aggressive bluffer.
Right.
So
you got to think he had the king or the queen.
Right. You got to figure he got a piece of this. And
any piece except for the bottom one.
Right. Mark's sitting on 5th pair. So.
I mean, hey, everyone always wanted to be an actor. Even give an eye up to the camera.
He's really thinking this one out. I think he's going to end up making a call. He's going to talk himself into it.
It's impossible for him to call this.
He's talking it out. He's trying to figure out.
Oh, I know. He's going through his head. But, I mean, even as soon as the king hits, any paint hits.
Right. That's why you had to bet the flop with those 3s, because that was about as best of a flop as you could have gotten for that hand, outside of hitting the set. And, yep, he's going to see the king. And
Mark, as many times if you've knocked me out in that, the rich get richer. Look at Danny stacking his chips.
Yeah, I think he definitely bets the flop. I think Danny goes away.
Yeah.
If nothing else, you got to find out where you're at.
Exactly. Just put a feeler. But, hey, you win some, you lose some.
So we're basically 2 orbits in now to the final table. Jim looked down at ace-4, throws him away.
Very quickly. I like that. You're not used to seeing that with some of the players here. I'm one of them. So.
Yeah,
I'm one of them.
This group is not known.
I'm not talking about anybody bad, but I'll play it once in a while.
This group is not known for Hollywood.
Oh,
ace-4, what a flop top pair with a straight draw.
See, that's why you got to call on that sometimes.
For a second, I thought it flopped a straight, but no, it had the straight draw, but with the ace and a straight draw. But here we got Matt has a better ace.
Joel's sitting there, gutter, back door.
Now he's got diamonds to go with it.
Diamond draw with it.
Yep.
Don't think he's going anywhere.
Matt bets out 4,000, kind of a small bet into a 14,000 chip pot.
You might actually get a raise out of him on this one.
Sure looks like it. He's counting out raising chips.
He is calculated.
There they go. Raises it up to 14,000. He makes a pot-sized raise.
Now the choice.
Matt makes the
Next
quick
call.
call. 9 of diamonds. Joel hits the flush. 1 card off the straight flush.
Back that ace up.
Matt does
Oh.
check.
What was with the head roll, though?
Joel puts in a big stack of chips, 18,000.
Head rolls that throws in that kind of money. You kind of know you're beat. But, I mean, if anything, you're thinking about your kicker, but
Yeah, definitely got kicker problems, and now there's diamonds
kickers
out
are going
there,
to play on that board.
and there's a straight out there. But I don't think anybody played deuce 4.
And you always hate the backdoor flush. Because you're like, you didn't expect it to come. It wasn't there, and then all of a sudden, it's there.
That's a good fold,
It's a
Matt.
very good fold.
He'll like it
Joel
when he sees
snickers.
this.
He says, here, I'll even take the cards.
He'll like it when he sees the video and see he made the good fold. But yeah, he has a gutter ball and a
Yeah.
backdoor flush draw, and then
There's
it
so
gets
many,
there
there
in the
was so many
flush.
possibilities there.
Yep. Well, Joel was in the big
He
blind
was
to
in the
start
big
with.
blind, small blind. It was blind versus blind v blind. So, I mean, any 2 cards can win when it gets this late. So, and when you see bigger hands come out, you gotta be cautious. I'm seeing
Pat.
a lot of running cards.
Pat raises it up with Jack 10 of spades.
Not realizing luck box over here with another ace.
Yeah, well, Pat's in the cutoff, so playing position a little bit too. And John didn't even look at his cards yet. He was all in for 2,500, only 500 more than the big blind. So he was already in the big blind, so he just puts the extra 500 in.
I'm already in the TOC. What does it matter?
Well, he's all in this hand or next, one of the two. So
Even if you got 1 card that's decent, you're doing it.
well, he didn't even look.
Oh yeah, true.
He's in dark. So we're not going to see him either because
Right.
he didn't look.
5, 7, queen. Oh, check.
And Joel had some backdoor draws
There's a spade draw.
they both had backdoor draws. Nobody really improved.
I think
Joel's
John's
got
this.
ace high.
This is luck box central right now.
Joel's going to bet out with ace high. And
Why?
Pat's like, I got nothing, none of that. Now we're going to see. John's got
Diamond or the spade?
4 diamonds and a deuce of diamonds. He hits the diamonds.
The luck box.
John quadruples up. But he's still on the bottom. Joel now out in front with 84,000.
Hey, 10K.
Pat 30,000 behind him. And Matt almost 50,000 behind. So Joel's got a pretty good lead. John's still bringing up the rear with 10,000.
Depends on how much alcohol has been served to Danny to see if we're able to put my money.
So now
Was
the
there a stake game?
blinds are up, and we're back to Hold'em and Omaha. As you can see, Jim didn't show all his cards to the camera. We got to see 1 card. And that is a problem with Omaha. If they don't hold their hands just right, you don't get to see all the cards.
Yeah, that's...
Some of these guys are very bad about covering up their cards with their thumb or whatever, and keeping in mind, yeah, you can see them from the top, but I can't see them from the bottom. So,
You know how it goes. Anything to be a pain. Let's give Terry some more problems.
that's right. So here we are. Mark's all in with ace, king, 6, 4, a couple of diamonds. Dan called him down with packet aces and a 7-3, 3 clubs. Got a 34,000 chip pot. Flop of king 6-8, couple of spades. Mark's now got a pair of kings. Oh, he's got two pair actually, kings and sixes. And he wins it with kings and sixes. And Mark gets the double up. And they're all just double checking, make sure nobody's got anything better. But
it's a good thing about your house. The board plays.
Well, it should be that way everywhere.
I know, but you get some scurvy people around this world. One-eyed jacks, they want to fight you over it.
I've been in a hand or three over the years where it got misread and somebody had to point it out. And yeah, the guy that loses a hand like that always gets pissed at the player that points it out. It's like, you know what, though? The cards are what the cards are.
100%.
Don't get pissed. And that's why
I've been the guy that read my cards wrong.
Yeah, for sure. That's why when I'm in a hand and I'm not pure bluffing, I put my hand face up. If I misread it, then
It's help me out.
Yeah. It's been known to happen. We're human and we make mistakes.
Well, especially with Omaha. It's not a real Omaha. Everyone loves the game.
Well, I don't know about that.
I think it's one of the purest games there is, but not everyone understands it.
It is difficult when you play so much Hold'em than to switch to PLO. Because
can't we just use all four?
As they say, the nuts change on every street.
Everyone.
And then you're looking at these four cards, but you can only play two of them. So you got to know you're only playing two of them, and you have to play two of them.
Yeah, you got 3 hearts and 2 hearts are on the board. You do not have a flush.
Yeah, pretty much the worst possible hand you could have in Omaha is 4 of a kind in the hole.
Yes.
Because it will not improve. It cannot improve. The best you can get is a full house.
Yes.
And if that's the case, somebody else probably got a better one.
I have actually seen it. Stephanie had 4 aces.
Oh, even the worst of the worst.
Yes. And she did not know she lost.
Oof.
Look at that.
Jim flopped a full house.
Yeah, I think Mark's
John's out. Drawn dead. Yep, Jim flopped the full house. Going to take John out. Everybody's double checking again, but John's going to be our 7th place finisher. Our first casher makes $90.
TOC, here he comes.
And a $20 profit. You got the eat and drink too.
Yeah. Yes, the Coney dogs are a pleasure to come to. Unless when you're angry when you get knocked out, you don't want to eat any and you just want to get out of here.
That's usually Dwayne.
Oh, no. He's such a graceful loser.
He's a lot better than he used to be.
Yes. And don't say nothing as he's walking up the stairs because he will come back down. I know for fact.
Yeah, he's a lot better than he used to be. You got to know Dwayne, though. Dwayne's a nice guy, but he likes to go walk it off after he gets eliminated, for sure.
He sounds like the teacher from the Peanuts. Reckon. Seen a lot of aces.
Yeah, well, Dan's got 2 of them. Pat's got 2 kings. 6, 4, 5, 9 of clubs. 3 clubs out there. Nobody's got clubs. No, Dan's got clubs. Dan's got the nut flush.
Yeah, this is like I said, I love Omaha. I love the high-low, but that really gets confusing.
I think we tried that once many years ago and then said,
let's many arguments later, we decided that was a bad idea.
Not do that again, yeah. I've had people over the years ask me why we don't do this game or that game, and that's one that comes up from time to time, and without dedicated dealers, there's just no way to do it.
No. And just someone to keep track. You got to have a table Nazi. You got to have someone that's going to keep track of the chips, keep track of the pot, especially pot limit.
Yeah.
And the to understand pot limit on top of it.
Here we got Queen 8-6, couple of diamonds on the flop. Joel's got a couple pair of queens. Jim's got
2 diamonds. For
a
Matt.
wrap draw, 6, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, Jim's got a wrap draw. Mark's pretty well drawing dead. Matt's got ace high. I don't know. He's got a couple diamonds, so he's got a flush draw. A nut flush draw. Joel.
Yeah, he's got a pair of 6s right now, right?
Yeah, Matt's ahead with the 6s, but he's also got that flush draw. Joel bets out, Matt calls. 3 of hearts. Gives Joel the best hand with his pair of queens.
That's sad.
Pair of queens going to take this down.
That is so terribly sad.
How often do you
Omaha.
see that?
Just everyone that folded, it's like, I had this, I had a 3.
Just a pair is all it takes to win.
Don't tell that to Mickey.
Mark now looks down a bunch of junk, throws it away. Dan's got a pair of 10s with a 5-4 of hearts. Definitely got to do something here. Just makes the call for 3,000. Pat, King, Queen, Jack, 7, couple of diamonds. Also limps.
Diamonds coming could be in trouble. Someone could be in trouble. Matt's got diamonds as well.
Yeah, he calls with a lot of a lot of junk, but he was in the big blind or small blind already, so he got in for a discount.
Right.
And diamonds have come, 2 of them so far.
It's the perfect recipe for disaster.
Joel got a pair of 9s. Dan's got a pair of 10s. Actually, Joel's got 2 pair of 9s and 8s.
Pair of 4s.
Pat's still got the best draw with the king high diamond draw. Dan folds his 10s. I'm kind of a little surprised by that. Overpair to the board and he folds them. It's a good fold, but
He gave himself a clapping hand on it.
a little surprised that he made the fold. Pat calls with his diamond draw. And Matt folds his, so if the diamond's coming, we're not going to have the fireworks.
There's the straight. Jack Queen.
Yeah, Pat makes the straight. Joel's still got outs to a full house. And a spade flush draw. So he's not drawing thin by any means.
No, but well, if anyone can hit it, I know it's Joel. that's been many a times playing with him.
And he goes all in with it. And Pat quickly calls. Well, I don't blame him. He's got the nuts right now.
And
Ace of spades.
It's the flush. Pat gets devastated.
Pat can't believe it. But that's Omaha.
Uh-huh. Like you said, you don't know what it is till the end.
That is Omaha. Pat goes all in with the nuts and loses. Goes out in 7th place or 6th place. $115. Yeah, that one hurt.
Yeah, that straight was hurt. Straight just sucked him in, and then to have the diamond draw on top of it, second diamond draw.
Had the second nut draw, and he had the nut straight.
Nut straight on the board.
Yep.
You're just hoping for a club.
Just hoping for
Instead,
a blank.
He's going to the club.
You don't want the board to pair, and you didn't want the spade, and you got the spade. Danny, king or queen, 5-6, not double suited. For a couple of hearts.
You got a couple hearts there.
Joel got a lot of diamonds. Ace, deuce, king, queen, all diamonds. Just in case you don't know, Joel, you only get to play 2 of those. He bets the pot, though. Those diamonds aren't no good. Just saying, Joel. Mark goes all in with a pair of 4s. 9, 10 rainbow. No, that's...
Oh, is that a club
rainbow.
on the...
Yeah, it's a rainbow.
Oh. He went all in with 4s? You know how many times he's knocked me out and he went all in with 4s? I think he's knocked me out the most in your tournaments.
Well, there's pretty much a coin flip here. Well, not anymore. Joel spikes a king, but Mark hits a bottom set. So he's looking good with those 4s.
5.
Oh, Joel hits a straight. Hits the 5 on the river.
A condolence pat on the back. Hey, he had those diamonds. Didn't need them.
Oh, my God. I think he must have found Rich Solty's horseshoe.
You have to admit, though, probably one of the nicer peoples that come to the tournament.
Oh, yeah. Joel's a great guy. Blinds are up now. 2,000, 4,000, 4,000. Switch the game back to pot limit Hold'em. Where Danny looks down at ace 6 of diamonds. The nice thing about knocking Mark out is then he becomes your dealer.
Yes. Oh, he loves to deal. Hey, guys, I'll deal.
Yep.
Hey, you want me to deal? He always gets mad at me because I'm like, no, I don't want you to deal. I want to touch my own cards. So then we came up with a new rule that everyone still shuffles their own cards. And he was fine with it.
That actually helps because then it speeds the things up a little bit too.
You just hand him the cards, he cuts them, it's good to roll.
Right.
And he's got something to do.
So Danny shoves all in with his ace 6 of diamonds.
He's up against ace 8.
Only had 15,000. Jim's going to make the call for 11,000 more out of the big blind. And
Got him.
Danny's going to see that he's fairly dominated.
But if anyone can pull this out, it's Dan.
Well, he's pulling the stand up and walk around his chair move.
Start pushing his chair in.
Yep.
What, flop 2 6s here?
There's one.
There's one. That's all he needs.
That'll do it. 9. That's almost an 8, but not quite.
Oh, sit back down, Dan. Jim cannot believe it. Read him like a book, and guess what? He gets to stay in. Full double up, too.
Yep. And then some. Pocket queens for Matt under the gun here. I'd rather be lucky than good, but Dan didn't have much choice in that one.
No. If it's your time, it's your time.
Yeah, I mean,
Just hope it's not the guy next to your time.
He had a suited ace. Might as well throw it in. He only had 3.5 big blinds left.
Yeah, because they'll be looking at 7-2 for the next 3 hands.
Yeah, he was under the gun, so. Uh-oh, kings versus queens. Here we go. Matt's all in for 8,000. Joel raises it up to 15. I think that's going to close out the action.
He was protecting him.
Matt can't believe his luck. Oh, man, I got the 3rd best hand and I ran into the 2nd best hand. Holy crap. Counting out the pot, although I don't know why. There's no more action, Mark.
It's something he always does.
Kings versus queens. King, Joe, the only live suit for ace, jack. I was going to say the only live suit for Matt was clubs, but he didn't get any of those, so 8 of diamonds. 9 of spades is going to do it. Queens do not improve, and Matt Vigiano is going to go out in 4th place. $210. Joel wins another big pot.
Just steamrolling.
Somebody find that horseshoe he's got hidden. Throw that sucker out in the garbage. He's feeling so good he's going to play Queen Deuce to a raise. Uh-oh. King 4 diamonds for Jim. He's going to throw it away. Yeah.
Oh, and then now he sees that he had 2 of his cards are out there.
Yep, got exposed.
Queen 9 for...
Dan actually thinking about it?
Oh, it's Dan. It's Dan. Look at this.
He shoves over the top, all in for 20,000 with Queen 9.
He's got a read on him.
Well, he's got something. Holy smokes. He's got Joel dominated.
Yeah, but Joel can't fold.
Yeah, no, not now, for sure. But
And then he looks and he's just even more disgusted.
he's got diamonds at least. But you called me with Queen 9?
You called me with Queen Deuce? Yeah.
Wow. Don't see this very often.
Yeah, but you know he's spiking a deuce.
Almost 3.
Yeah.
King 10. Avoided all the dodgy shit there. Danny gets the double. Oh, no, it's a chop.
Chops it.
Chop City. Chop Suey.
You can know when it's going your way when something like that happens.
You don't get the card you need, but you chopped it anyway.
No pair. Pair.
Queen High
Look
played.
Joel was making sure that he didn't get
Well,
shorted on the pot.
but now he's got 2 queens.
I'm telling you, he is catching like no tomorrow.
Raises it up to 11,000, but just remember what happened to Vigiano with those 2 queens.
Uh-huh.
Just saying.
Yeah, but he's not playing against Joel. He is Joel.
Yeah, well, Dan's got the dog hand. K9
He wants revenge for that chop pot.
makes the call for 7,000 more. Got pocket queens versus King 9 offsuit. Going to see a flop. Ace of diamonds. King of clubs. Oh, Danny took the lead and Jack of spades.
Just giving them outs. Sucking them in
Yeah,
deeper.
well, Joel's got outs, though. He's got a straight draw now.
He's almost got a call if Dan goes all in.
And he did. So there's the all in
Joel
for
and his
16,000. Well, I mean, and Joel, look at the size of his stack. I mean, he's got
Yeah, that's
100,000 chips there, at least.
to Dan's, what, 16?
No, he's probably got almost 150. And yeah, Dan's got 16,000 in the pot. So,
Joel does play numbers in his head.
I mean, by all rights, he's got to know he's really kind of only drawing to a set or the straight, which he really is.
But
But
you know what? There's 4 10s in there.
I think that the money, he's just so close, a 9. Dan's got 2 pair now. Still needs a queen or a 10. Didn't change nothing.
Dan stays alive.
I mean, the size of Joel's stack, the
It's
16,000
impossible
was
for him to fold.
right, was inconsequential.
Yeah.
Even though he knew he was behind, he had to know he was behind.
Oh, the flop like that?
Yeah, exactly.
You're just hoping he didn't flop the Broadway.
No, Danny's got ace queen.
Dan's got good cards. He's done. That's the only thing. And he raises it up.
Joel makes the call from the small blind, or big blind, sorry, with ace 5. So blind on blind action, but they both, Dan's got solid cards for small blind. Joel gonna suck out this time. King, ace, 9. They both catch an ace.
Jams.
Danny jams. Nobody's got any hearts.
Nobody's got any, but that, honestly, in my opinion, is kind of a tough call. But knowing the player, I might make the call. Especially, I mean, what's he got? 50,000 just in the thousands?
Yeah, I mean, it's only a 9,000 chip bet. So, again, it's a small bet to his stack size.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it as it's all of his chips coming no matter what the next turn.
And Dan,
He
shoved in the dark. He apparently did not shove. It looked like he shoved the last hand, but he didn't.
Right.
Yeah, I remember when I was editing this now. He didn't shove. He bet 9,000. Joel makes the call, then he shoves dark. And Dan folds. Or Joel folds. It was a good fold.
Yeah. With the 9,000 with that, I mean.
Yeah, that was a sucker you in bet right there.
I'm so afraid of ace rags.
That's exactly why.
Yeah, exactly. You get sucked in unless you flop 2 pair.
Right.
You're behind no matter what.
And you gotta have a strong draw if you're gonna be suited.
Yes.
You know, and then have the suited draw.
Many a times you think you got it, you're like, okay, woo. No more.
I didn't used to realize the power of like ace 4 suited, ace 5 suited. Those.
What, the fact that you can throw it away?
Well, no. I mean, I always did throw it away, but the more you think about it, it's actually a strong hand to play.
It'll hit, because there's so many different outs with it.
Exactly. So I started playing it
better than the ace 8.
Oh yeah, for sure. There.
I mean, it's good for a minute, but it can go away real quickly.
Queen 3 against ace jack, and they both hit a pair, but that 3 ain't gonna be very good.
Joe leading chips.
Yep, Jim gets the double up now, so yeah.
He's the defibrillator.
Few little dents in Joel's big stack. He's down to about 100K now. Yeah, we've switched games again as the blind level changed. We're at 366 blinds and back to PLO. So lots of cards to look at.
So this is the 57th hand of the final table, correct?
That's correct. Jim has a straight and shoves it all in. So that's actually not a bad hand. He's got 3, 4, 5, 6, two hearts. It's not a bad hand because there's a lot of ways to make a good hand.
Short table.
But you obviously got to hit it because your hand itself is no good.
You literally need a crap flop.
Yeah. Because he doesn't have a pair. The hand itself, not even ace high. The hand itself
portraits and you're done.
Is garbage. Joel's got ace king 4 9. Dan's got 4 clubs. 3 clubs and a spade. King jack 3 9. 3 queen 6. Danny's got a pair of 3s.
Jim's got 2 pair.
Jim's got 3s and 6s. 10 of clubs. Yeah, Jim's 2 pair can easily turn into a straight or a full house.
But you got to worry about Dan right now. Bingo.
Yep. Now Dan's got
straight to the king.
Basically the nuts.
Jim cannot believe it. You sucked out on that. But we all have. It happens to every single one of us.
It's called Omaha.
Yep.
And Jim eliminated in 3rd place. Look at this. Joel and Dan real close in chips.
How did Dan get all those chips?
He was all in for his life a few times. And now here we are, all even Steven. So 4,000 chips separates the 2 of them. That's like 2.5%.
I wonder if Dan's tried getting the deal going already.
There, Dan's got king 9, 10, 3, couple of spades. Joel with a pair of 7s, 5 deuce, couple of clubs. Dan calls from the small blind. Joel checks. 10 deuce 5. Dan's got a pair of 10s. Joel's got 2 pair now, 5s and deuces.
Let's see how he goes at it.
Bets out 12. Danny makes the call. Oh, now Joel hits a set. You can see he's got the 100%. Danny's drawing dead.
Or so he thinks.
Well, he might not think.
Right.
But
He's thinking, oh, I got him right where I want him.
he thinks he's got top pair, and he does. But Joel's got a set of sevens, and if Danny hits anything better,
Worst
Joel's
thing that
going to
could
get
happen.
bowed up. Yeah, the worst thing that could happen for him is hit a 10 on the river.
Yes.
He's going to think he's golden. He folds it. He folds his top pair. Good fold, Danny. You were smoked. That's the second time he's folded a hand like that to Joel.
A hand that we didn't think he would fold. At least I did. Danny, I like him. I love the guy to death, but he just you wouldn't expect that out of him. But he's been playing a lot better the last couple of years he's been better. Especially when he's seeing 3.
Or in this case, 6.
Yes. But he lives around the corner, so it's all good for the walk.
Right. Ace 7, 8 rainbow. Joel's got a pair of aces now. He started with a pair of 6s, upgraded to aces. Danny's got nothing.
Runner straight is the only thing he can hit, right? Or no, yeah.
Yeah, runner straight or 2 pair. So he's not going to try it.
Being very disciplined there, you are, Dan.
Yeah, he had
I know.
nothing there.
And that seems to be my problem when I do finally make the final table is I get bored. It's like my patience left me years ago.
I never had any.
Does get tough at times.
Joel's got a straight in his hand, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dan's got 3, 6, 7, queen. So straight cards and it's rainbow, so no flush draws. Joel bets out 15 and Dan calls. 7, deuce, 5. We've seen a flop like that before. Joel's got a straight draw.
Dan's got a gutter.
And a pair of 7s. They both got a pair of 7s.
Dan don't think that queen's the best kicker either, I bet.
But he bets out 10,000. Kind of a small bet in 36,000 chip pot. Joel's trying to figure out what to do with his pair of 7s and straight draw.
It's 10,000. See one more.
Any 8, any 9, or a 4 would give him a straight.
4 would be a death call. A death card for Dan.
Yeah, because that gives him a straight too. Wow, yeah.
Oh, he raises it.
Joel makes it 45 to go. I'd say Danny's going to fold this.
Oh, 100%.
And that was probably the one hand he could have actually held. It was still just about 50-50.
Yes. But he's realized that he's got to hit a certain card. And you don't even know if that card's good for you. So he actually made a logical fold there.
Omaha goes slower, but that makes sense because you've got so many combinations to go through to figure out what it is you want to play. You know, really, what you need, what your outs are.
Right. It really doesn't stick with people that there is that many outs. That you got so many different cards. You got 4 cards in your hand. Look at all the possibilities you have. And for me, as soon as I get those possibilities, I start going through, and then I lose to every one of them.
Yep. I was playing in a dealer's choice game last week, and we were playing Omaha, and I had myself locked into having a flush draw. I was all in, and I'd missed my flush draw, but I had a pair of queens in my hand, and I set it on the river.
Right.
I didn't realize it at the time until I looked at my hand again. Oh, I had a set. I kind of slow rolled the guy.
Right.
Accidentally.
Oops.
Yeah. Because, I got nothing. I missed. And I picked up my hand and said, I got a trips.
Yeah. No, it's 100%.
Oops.
I mean, you're so, tuned in on that straight you're going to hit, and you ended up hitting 2 pair in the river.
Right.
It happens to all of us.
Yep. So Joel here has ace 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's got a lot of cards for a straight. And Danny's got King, Jack, 9, 4. And really kind of has nothing. But he called. Another 4. Dan's got a pair of 4s.
2 pair 8s and 4s. 1 with the king.
So Joel's got a straight. So
Right. 1, 2, 3.
Danny Joel shoved. Danny called, and that's it.
That is a ball game.
Yep. I'm not sure what Danny was doing calling with 4s.
He's
but,
playing so solid.
Yep. I think that, like you said earlier, you get bored. I think it's late, and they decided to get it over with. So Danny finished in second place.
Joel. Even with the flex.
Joel takes this one down, $755. This is our final standings here. Good game, gentlemen. 4-1 when this one finished up, so that was getting late. For Doe to 4, I'm Terry Prince. This was the Mike Stulz Mixed Game Championship. Have a good night.